Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to Introduction to CCNA course, CCNA Enterprise, Cisco Certified Network Associate. My name is Mani Popal, double CCI instructor at System.ca. Our phone number is 905-281-1313. Guys, what is CCNA and why CCNA? CCNA should be the introductory course if you want to get into IP networking industry. For example, major ISPs, internet service providers, banks, if you want to get into any basic networking jobs, they will require CCNA, or CCNA will give you more prestige for your resume. CCNA talks about what is IP addressing, what is internet, what is a router, what is a switch. For example, when you come to the first day, I'm going to show you a router. For example, how a router look like and what is a router. Okay, so for example, we'll talk about all the ports, how to log into the router, what is the console port, etc., etc. So first day itself, I'm going to introduce, and in this course we have to know what is a switch actually. Okay, so you can see is an example of a switch. It has lots of ports. We'll talk about this one too. Okay, so we'll be doing the journey for around 8 classes total. So we'll go into details about the classes. Okay, and in the class you can see me as well as you can chat with me on the GoToMeeting link. Okay, so let's go back to the course content itself actually. So if you go down, there are two ways of doing the course. And first of all, this is our website. If you go to www.system.ca, you'll be coming to this website. If you fill up the information and submit, we will get it. Okay. And we have lots of other courses too. And if you can see here, our courses are online, live, instructor-led training. For CCNA, you have two options. You can either join weekend batch. Weekend is every Saturday morning 9 to 1 p.m. That means once a week. Or we have a batch called weekday evening. So whoever cannot join Saturday, they can join weekday evening batch. We have two options for you. Either Monday morning, Monday evening classes or Wednesday evening classes. So sometimes we'll do Monday evening, sometimes we'll do Wednesday evening. But again, the batches predetermined. So if you say Monday evening, that means every Monday evening for 8 Mondays, or if it is Wednesday evening, every Wednesday evening. There will be total of 8 classes. That means you will be studying for 2 months. So what will happen before even you join the class, we'll be introducing you to lab software. So we are going to use around 8 to 10 lab using Cisco Packet Tracer. You can do routing lab, switching lab, everything. Okay. All the labs are videotaped. So very important thing is I'll be recording all the tapes. I'll be sending to students. So I'll be asking students to watch when I'm doing, then ask me questions. Then when they get the lab, they can do the lab multiple times at home. Okay. As I said, our classes will be online, live, instructor-led classes either by Zoom or GoToMeeting. You can see me. Okay. Student can see me and also ask questions. Or there's an option of typing the questions in a chat window. So there's a window called chat window you can type. Most of our students pass the first time, okay, because I will give all the information for them. So for example, I'll be giving all the exam support video, exam support PDF, and also what will happen, you'll be part of two WhatsApp group. Okay, so during the class there will be a WhatsApp group for CCNA class students. After the class is over, you'll be part of the exam WhatsApp group. And also what I normally tell the students to call me 1 week before the exam, just call me. Our students are active in both the WhatsApp group. That means they ask questions, I'll be answering, other students are answering. So it's a very, very active WhatsApp group. So what we are going to cover in the entire CCNA course. So there'll be we'll be covering total of 13 sections in our CCNA class. Okay. So for example, when you come to day 1, you are going to get something called router basics. So day 1 will be router basics. So day 1 will be, we are going to introduce what is a router, okay, how to log into the router, how to configure the router. So you'll be learning about what is a router, okay. Then second day will be introduction to IPv4 and subnetting. One of the very, very important topic. That means we'll be talking about internet, okay. So day one is router. So I'll be using my own digital whiteboard. So this is the digital whiteboard. So we'll be drawing routers. So for example, router one talking to router two, talking to router three, okay, something like that. So router one can be New York, router two can be Toronto, router three can be in maybe British Columbia, okay. Maybe router one is connected to switches. Router one is connected to switches. Then you have your PCs connected, your PC1, PC2, your server, they are connected. And also maybe router 3 is connected to internet, okay. So then you have to put IP addressing here, something called IP addressing, maybe 10.1.1.1, maybe here 10.1.1.2, and here maybe 11.11.11.1, maybe server is 11.11.11.3. Don't worry about this IP addressing. So we will be talking about IP addressing in our day 2. So day 1 will be router basics. We'll be covering what is a router, okay. So day 1 will be router basics. We'll do a lab. Day 2 will be IP addressing and subnetting. Very, very important. Every device on the internet, they need IP addressing, okay. We'll talk about that one. Then we'll be continuing with the class. There is something called TCP/IP model versus OSI model. Then routing is one of the very, very important chapter. Routing stands for how do you send information from router 1 to router 2 to router 3. So we'll be doing 3 types of routing protocol in CCNA class. One is called static routing, OSPF routing, and EIGRP routing. Then we'll be continuing with what is the access list. ACL stands for access control list, is like a firewall. Then again, this is one of the very important topic, network address translation, dynamic host configuration protocol, wide area networking. We will cover that one. Then we'll be spending one whole day on switching. So in the section number 4, we'll be covering routing. Section number 7 will be covering switching. So you'll be learning about what is a switch, how to configure the switch, everything. Then we'll be covering about introduction to cyber security, because some people want to go into cyber security. So we'll be talking about introduction to cyber security. Then we'll be talking about something called IPv6. Originally it is IPv4. Then we'll be talking about what is IPv6. So classes will be going every week, okay, every week in different things. Then we are going to cover something called IP services and features. Then introduction to cloud computing and wireless LAN. Then SDN, software defined networking. So again, you have to cover around 8 days worth of classes. And there is a Cisco Plus official book. But when you join the class, you are going to get our class book, okay. So our class book basically have 2 PDF notes. You'll be getting the PDF notes, and normally you'll be getting once you registered, okay. You can see these are the thing what I just told you right now. Then on the router basic chapter, when you come to day 1, I'll be talking about what is a router, okay. Then we are going to talk about how do you turn up the router, then how the boot up process works. Then when you start up the router, how the router will comes up, okay. Then this is very, very important, how to program the router, how to configure the router, how to give a name to the router. So I'll be practicing this one. Then you have to practice at home, how to give a name, how to give IP address, very, very basic commands. Then how to give password to the router. If you forget the password, how to recover the password. So we'll be doing a lab on that one too. So that's for the day 1. When you come to day 2, I'll be introducing IP addressing and subnetting, okay. And in this example, we'll be going through multiple subnetting questions actually, okay. I'm going faster. We'll be doing about 9 examples in the class, okay. So class C subnetting, class B subnetting, class A subnetting. Again, guys, you'll be getting the class notes, and you'll be getting very important video. Every class, I'll be giving you summary sheet, okay. For example, there will be some summary sheet. You'll be getting summary sheet in every class. I will show you, for example of a summary sheet. Even when you come to my day 1 class, you are going to get summary sheet. So summary sheet is whatever you cover is kind of a summarized format actually. so that way you can easily study the concept. So you are going to get the class notes and summary sheet. Okay, so let's go back to our this one. So you'll be covering that one. So in this journey, this is one of the very important diagram, OSI model. Okay, so your data is converted to segment. So data is put into a segment. Segment is put in inside something called packet. Packet is put inside something called frame. Okay, and you can see where is the switching is happening. Switching is happening at frame or switching. Okay, so switching is happening at the layer 2. Okay, it's called frame. Routing is happening at layer 3, is called packet. Okay, again we'll be focusing on what is routing, what is switching. Then these are about your data is inside. Your data is deep inside. You want to protect the data. Okay, so that's why. So you'll be getting the frame on the wire. Packet is inside. Data is deep inside, secure. So we'll talk about this one in the class. Okay, so guys, again I want to give you a taste of what will be covered. And for the lab, we'll be using a packet tracer software. Okay, you can easily download the packet tracer software. If you follow the steps, you can download. These are the steps, but I'll be emailing a video as well as steps in a separate email. Once you go to the lab software, it will be something like this actually, packet tracer. So like a real router, you are connecting the router with the software. Okay, you can drag the routers, you can connect the routers, you can do all the lab. So what I sometimes do, I do pre-program lab. So instead of students figuring out how to do the lab, I give them the lab software, pre-done lab, then they can use that software to do it. Okay, so it will be easy. I always advise the student to build their own lab. Again guys, these are PCs, there's a switch, these are routers. Okay, then switch, then PCs. There are two types of cabling we will talk. This is called straight through cable. This is called crossover cable. We will talk in the class those ones. Okay, so if I want to show you the packet tracer, this is the packet tracer. Okay, this is the pre-built topology what I gave to student. Then they have to make sure from PC1 they should be able to talk to the server. It's like internet. Okay, so normally I'll be give the pre-built lab. And also if you see PC, I already pre-programmed everything. If I click here, if I go to desktop, if I go to IP configuration, everything is pre-programmed. Okay, even the router, if I go to the router, if I go to CLI, okay, so again you have to learn a little bit actually. If I type enable, okay, if I type show run, you see I pre-program already. Fast Ethernet 00 has IP address 172.16.10.17, and this is called subnet mask. In the chapter number 2 we will be covering IP addressing and subnetting. Then Ethernet 01. Okay, then right now I should be from my New York router, I should be able to talk to my PC. Let's try ping. Okay, 172.16.10.17. So guys, after 8 classes you should be very comfortable of doing these ones. Okay, and it's very easy to build the lab. What you can do, you can drag the router. So from here, if I go down network devices, okay, then I can drag the routers. For example, just say I'm going to drag here, I'm going to drag another router. If I want to connect, go to the connector tool, go to crossover cable, I'm going to connect. Then if I want to bring a PC, so I can go here, drag a PC, then go to connector button. So you have to understand. Once you understand, you can build it. Guys, it's too early because I'm just telling you what we can do. Okay, so then you can go to the router, CLI. You see I'm already on the router. Okay, it assumes I'm already connected to the router. So whenever you log into the brand new router, you are going to get something like this. Okay, you must type no. Okay, you go here. So we'll talk about this one during the class. Same way, we'll be spending one whole class on a switch actually. Okay, switch you have to know. Switch is different, router is different. We'll talk about that one too. Here, switch has lots of ports. Okay, so we'll be going through those things. So this is the lab thing. What you have to do. So very important is you have to know how to build the lab. So what are the other courses we offer other than CCNA? CCNA is the one of the well-known certification. CCNA stand for Cisco Certified Network Associate. Okay. Then what people do after CCNA, some people like to do CCNP. It's Advanced Networking Certification, Cisco Certified Network Professional. Some people with CCNA, they want to just go with a very, very basic certification. There's something called CompTIA A+. It talks about PC repair technician. Sometimes people do CCNA, then they go to cyber security. Our recommendation to do CompTIA Security Plus certification. It introduces what is a security, what is a firewall. Some people want to go to bank, so they try to go from CCNA to AWS. So we teach AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate, one of the best course. If anybody want to do advanced cyber security, there's something called CISSP, Certified Information System Security Professional, one of the very good course. Some people don't want to go any IT career. They will get the very basic fundamental from CCNA. Then they want to do project management. So we have a very good instructor to teach PMP course. So PMP stands for Project Management Professional. So, and again, I have a YouTube channel describing what is Cisco CCNP. If you want to do Cisco CCNP, there will be 2 courses you have to do. So System offers 2 courses, CCNP NCO, CCNP NRC. As I said, most students go from CCNA to CCNP. Some students go from CCNA to AWS, CCNA to Security Plus. Again, having everything is best actually. Okay, if you can have CCNA, CCNP, AWS, Security Plus, that is best actually. Okay, so again, there are different way of studying. So in each class, or when you register for the class, what will happen? You are going to get 2 PDF class notes, okay? And also every week you are going to get the class cheat sheets. All the class are video tape, so every week you are going to get the video tape. After every class is over, I'll be sending email. Email will have cheat sheets, special videos, exam support material, and also you'll be added to the WhatsApp group. I'll be asking you to call me, or our instructor will ask you to call us 1 week before your real CCNA exam. Again, we will welcome you to our class and you'll be passing very first time. So what we will do, we will try to talk about what is a networking actually. Okay, so it's very, very important for you to understand what is a networking. For example, if you want to connect multiple routers, for example, router 1, router 2, router 3, router 4. Okay, we are connected like this. Okay, and remember, you must put IP addressing on all the link, which you'll be learning in the classes. Okay, maybe this link is 10.10.10. Maybe this link is 10.11.11. something. Maybe this link is 10.12.12. something. Maybe you have a switch here. Okay, maybe you have a switch here. You have PCs connected. Maybe this is your Toronto. Okay, this is your Alberta. This is your British Columbia. Maybe this is American Seattle. Okay, we have lots of friends from USA too. Maybe your head office is in Toronto. Your head office. Your other location is in Seattle. Okay, so whenever you have your office, you must have switch actually. Okay, switch is called layer 2 device. Okay, router is called layer 3 device. So now you have to make sure router talk to each other. Okay, so this is called wide area networking, and this is a local area networking. This is another local area networking. So local area network has to talk to wide area networking. Okay, maybe here you are using 10.15.15x subnet. Maybe here using 10.20.20. subnet. So if this guy want to talk to this guy, packet has to come to router 1, go to router 2. So it has to follow the path. Am I right? Maybe you are having another connection from router 1 to router 3 directly. Okay, in this case, the traffic will go like this. Suppose if this link is down, it will go up actually. So we have to learn how they learn the path, everything. Okay, this is the wide area networking. So mainly people doing CCNA, then doing CCNP, they'll be working on the ISPs. Or if you do A plus, or if you do MCSC, or if you do Linux, you are working on the server. So that's called your local area networking. So that's the main difference between local area networking and wide area networking. Most of the time, you might have a firewall, okay? Then these routers are connected to the firewall, then it's connected to internet. So there is something called bigger internet. So internet is called, again, it's WAN, okay? It's a public WAN. Public WAN means it's available to everybody. Right now, everybody, even when students join to the class from me, they'll be joining different places on the internet, okay? And I'll be teaching from my location. This is Manny, myself, okay? Maybe my GoToMeeting server, okay? My GoToMeeting server is here because you are going to get the training from GoToMeeting, okay? Normally I connect to GoToMeeting server. You guys will also connect it to the GoToMeeting server. Then we'll be watching. And also you have to understand Sysnet is somewhere here. Sysnet.ca is somewhere here. Maybe Google is here because internet, am I right? Google, Facebook, okay? So remember everything is do IP. So remember every device, router, PC, server, they all have something called NIC card. They will have something called what? NIC card. So what is NIC card? You might see on a big server. On a big server, you'll be seeing there is a NIC card, okay? The NIC card is the one connected to your internet, okay? So NIC card has layer 2 ID and layer 3 ID. We'll be spending more time on this one. Layer 2 ID is called MAC address. Layer 3 ID is called IP address. So guys, today is just a brief introduction. We'll be learning heavily on this topic in the CCNA course. So just to get a very high level idea. Now, why certification is important? That's also one of the very important thing. And you can see I'll be drawing nice diagram like this, okay? So why certification is important? Because most people, what they want to do is they are studying to enhance their skill or go to the job market. If you are staying here, if your dream job is here, okay? So what you have to do, you can't go directly. You have to have a resume. So what the people do, they prepare a nice resume, okay? So they send the resume to the companies directly. So that's one. Or what they do, they send the resume to agencies. So there are some agencies. Then agencies will send the your resume to job one. So you must spend time to prepare your resume. Sometimes resume is called CV. So here you have to put your education. For example, CCNA, CCNP, AWS. If you put like this, certification is going to give more value, and you should have some certification and some experience, then you can apply, okay? So CCNA will help you in the job one. So very first step is getting the interview, okay? So number one, you are sending so I'll change the color here actually, okay? Number one, you are going to send the resume, okay? That's number one. Number two, they will be calling you for interview. Now your knowledge will come into picture. Whatever you studied in CCNA, then you get the job actually, okay? So there are three-way process actually, but CCNA will put you kind of a base foundations. So guys, again, today's just introduction to CCNA. I don't want to go too much actually. Let's keep on carry on, okay? So as I said, when you officially join the class, you'll be getting class notes, every class cheat sheets, exam support videos. Then why study your CCNA? CCNA has to be your first certification to get into networking industry. CCNA is like a grade 1 for IP networking career. You'll be getting strong foundation on what is IP, what is subnetting, what is routing, what is switching, what is NAT, what is DHCP, etc. Again, you can apply to these roles, okay? network engineer, network technician, network analyst, design specialist, network support, etc. etc. Most of our students with CCNA, they do CCNP, AWS or A plus. Certification help in creating resumes, CVs and apply for jobs. Doing the lab multiple times will get you the experience. For example, if you're kind of weak in doing, if you're not confident, do the class lab multiple times. That will give you the real hands-on experience. Okay. So what is next, guys? We learned a lot actually. Okay. You can join the first day class. Okay. So we are allowing you to join the first day class. Then you can register for the course. Call the reception and tell if you would like to join weekday batch or weekend batch or weekday batch. Okay. And we'll be sending you an email with the packet tracer download steps. So please download the packet tracer before you come to the class. Okay. See you in the class and good luck in your IT career. And CCNA official course price will be $599 plus tax, but you'll be getting a special discount of $50, so it will be $549 plus tax. Good luck in your IP networking journey and see you in the class. I'll be your instructor. Again, my name is Manny Pupal, double CCI instructor. Good luck, guys.